Hey guys, tonight what we're going to be doing, we're going to be tying the bull minnow. Now the bull minnow is just a nice big sculpin slash bull minnow, just whatever. It's just one of those big, nasty, ugly, terrible, yet oddly wonderful flies that go and do double duty for redfish, bass, just a whole plethora of things. It has a lot of my favorite characters for redfish down here. It has a big, massive head that kind of throws a lot of water. It has a lot of movement in the water, so even when it's stopped, it still kind of undulates because of the Zonker strip, and it rattles. So the rattle may not be a big deal for some of you guys, but for us down here in the marsh, in lower Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, that rattle can make a big difference in a day-to-day fishing situation because of how murky the water can be. So the rattle is something that I really, really like. Now, you can do this in just a number of different colors, a number of different styles. I'll use the same thing if I'm fishing a river that I know has a lot of bull minnows and sculpin and what have you in it. And I might do it in olive, or I might just do it in tan, or I might do it white and tan, or I might do whatever we're seeing out there. But this is just a good, I like the orange, I like the gold, I like the copper. It's a rough looking fly and it just works. It's just a really good, hardcore, solid fly. It's tied with the hook up, so we're not snagging. Let's see if you guys can see that. It's tied with the hook up, so we're not snagging on oyster shells and what have you. And has a nice jigging action to it. So I don't always have to sight fish redfish with this. I can just work it in back to the boat. So I hope you guys enjoy it and hope you find it helpful. Alright guys, today we're going to start with a size 2 Gamakatsu B10S hook. And a tribute to my good taste. So, size 2 B10S. And just like always, we're going to use clear nylon thread. Pick it up at any craft store, Walmart, wherever. Super cheap. First step we're going to do, we're going to lay this thread bump down. And we're going to tie on the eyes. Excuse me, Ship's cat has decided to. This is her moment to eat dinner. So, if you're crunching, that's what it is. Alright. Let's see, and we are using large Montana Fly Company dumbbell eyes. But any style of dumbbell eye is fine. Alright. Alright, so we got that on there. Next thing, 3mm rattles. You can pick these up at Bass Pro Shops, where I picked these up at. You can pick them up online. It's just a worm rattle. You can buy fly rattles, but if you look in your conventional tackle guys stuff, he's generally got the same stuff you do for fly tying, but cheaper. So before we add that, I'm forgetting myself. Let's start with some flash. First thing we're going to do is gold Krystal Flash. And since this is a fly that I primarily use for redfish, when it comes to gold, the more the merrier. Take it, double it up, double it up again. Alright, once I've got that on there, next thing is going to be Strung Marabou, Ginger. Two nice pieces of Ginger Marabou. Well, damn. Broke that one. You know what? Scraggly looking creature. Alright, let's see. We don't need a whole lot. I like that is more than sufficient. So we're going to give ourselves a few loose wraps. Clip it off. Oh. Another piece fell down. Let's take a little bit thin out. Thin all over. It's fine. Just take it. We're just going to push down over the entire thing. Very nice. Next thing, copper, flash. You can use anything you want, really. More gold would be just fine. I'm just using copper to contrast some. Same thing again. Same routine, a double and a double. Set this on. Very nice. Trim off my stragglers. First and 10, let's do it again. Put it on this side. This is a nice, fast, and easy tie. And it's probably currently my favorite redfish pattern. Alright, back to the rattle. Promise you a rattle. Take this guy, put him. Now, one thing I've learned is don't go too heavy-handed with the rattle. If you just tighten down too much, you'll just create it'll end up, the rattle, because it's a glass bead, is going to end up breaking on you. So just kind of a lot of wraps, but don't go too tight with your tension. So just a lot of wraps. Be generous with it. Awesome. All right, now, next thing. our old friend Root Beer Palmer Chenille. Alright. Now we got our Palmer Chenille. I'm going to start this guy on the bead. So don't go too far back. Now, I've taken a piece of schliffen and I've already taken it and trimmed it out. So I have 2 pieces of schliffen to get what I want. Because I just want the long fibers and I want it to roughly match the length of this Palmer chenille, just to make it easy to palmer all together. Alright. Oh, this is going nicely. Alright, now we've had that guy stationed up behind the eyes. We're going to take this, capture it, get onto it. Boom. Be careful you don't get your thread on this one. There we go, very nice. Got me. Alright, now then. Now that we got that. Next thing. This does look like just a crazy puffball right now, but I promise it'll make sense soon. Next, we're going to grab in a little Mallard Flank action. Now, is this a must step? Like, is it a have-to-have step? Nope. Not even a little bit. However, I just really like the way it looks, so it's the entire reason we're doing it right now. So I'm going to take my Mallard Flank. Check it against what I'm doing. And I'm actually going to do it so it curves outward, away from the hook. Just so it gives that fly a little bit more panache, I guess. There we go. Alright, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to grab that Mallard Flank. And a friend of mine gave me all this mallard, so I appreciate it, but it is a mess. But boy, I tell you what, it sure is pretty. Sure kind of takes a good looking fly and turns it into a great looking fly. Alright, here we go. Alright, flip this on over. Very nice. Alrighty. Very nice. Okay, now this guy. Let's start to get this guy in order. The next step, and this is what gives the fly most of its action, is in this barred rabbit strip. And I'm going to go double the length of the hook shank, or double the length of the hook as a whole. And my suggestion is always use a little bit more than you think. Now, when I'm getting this, I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my fingers after I've wetted them up. And I like to cut it at an angle. Okay. Alright. I'll make sure I've got enough. Then I'm going to look at where that hook is going to exit it at, right there. Okay. And then I'm going to take it, stab it through. Then I'm going to pull it down on the hook shank. Find the jaws now and all that rabbit hair. There we go. Pull it down on the hook shank. Make sure I got all mallard out of the way. Here we go. And boom. Now again, I'm going to use that same trick. Make sure I got everything out of the way. Licking my fingers and pulling it forward. There we go. Tighten up. That's all there is to it. Trim off the excess. Let's tighten this puppy up. Now, right now this guy looks like a mess, but we're going to trim him up. Alright, before we go to the next step, first thing we want to do is take this excess, trim it down some. Very nice. There, we're getting somewhere. There we go. Very nice. Some of you guys might be going, okay, so why go through all that trouble to palmer all that on? Because I like the way the colors do, and I like using natural stuff. Now you could have used a really nice dubbing brush and done the same thing. But this is, like I said, my preferred way to do it. And a lot of times on these barred Zonker, it'll twist on you one way or the other. Just give it a hard twist the opposite way and it'll correct itself. Very nice. Now, last steps. We're going to use my good friend, Mr. Jan. Mr. Jan, we're going to tie these guys off. We're going to blend some of this together with this to get a nice light tan for the bottom. And then we're going to blend some of our browns. Not going to use any of the green. We're just using these multi-skeins. We've got a bunch of colors we can blend together. So I'm going to blend these together real quick. I'm going to make this, and then bam, we're going to finish this fly off. Okay, we're back. So, tan and white makes this. And all the browns and the tans and the blacks make this. So, let's put it on. First off, we're going to put this guy on. Let him go towards the top. Don't have to worry too much about it. Once we start to comb him back, it's going to change a lot of what happens. And then from here, we're going to lay this guy on the bottom. Try to keep everybody straight. And then I'm going to let this go up towards the hook eye. Couple wraps. Then we'll pull it back. Let's see where we're at. Oh, very nice. Bam. One here. And one there. Easiest way to do that is flip it over. So, there we are. Boom. That's all there is to it. Now, last but not least, let's go ahead and tie this guy off. The easiest way to do that is take our sandwich clip. You'll hold everybody back for us. A little straggler from somewhere. Man, I just can't seem to get hold of this guy. Alright, anyway, doesn't matter. Alright. 2 double half hitches. On the first one, I'm actually doing a triple. Then I'll do a double. Slightly 2. Nice and tight, very nice. For a double. Boom. Boom. And that's it. It's all over but the crown. And while I'm in the neighborhood, take a little bit of my loon. Go really light around here. And around there. Alright, beautiful. Now, grab our handy dandy flashlight. Go all the way around. Don't look at the UV light. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It'll blind you. Alright, burn orange. Now we're going to take this guy out of the vise. We're going to take that brush. Let's brush it out. Only thing we need to do is just pull it on back. Now from right here, if I'm not super happy with this, just trim this down, like so. Continue to brush it on back. Still a little trimming here and there, but not much. Up over the top. You got this dub and blend the way you want it. You got it looking good. And if it's a little bit thick and you're worried about it, maybe cut into it like so. And that pulls out some excess, but leaves the basic shape of what you got going on, so that that unevenness to it is still there. And boom. There you are. One bull minnow. Okay guys, that was the bull minnow. There's a ton of very similar patterns online everywhere. How'd I come up with the name bull minnow? Because it looks like a minnow with a big old head, which down here is what we call a bull minnow. Oh, that being said, there's a lot of great variations on this fly, although it's not on this fly. There's a lot of variants to this style of fly. Let me say that. That's better. So check it out. Find one that fits you. Just go on YouTube, search streamer patterns. You'll probably come up with something. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you find it to be a useful fly for you. I notice a lot of the flies I see it rides hook down, which is fine for watersheds like that. But for us, or for me down here, I don't want to get hung up on rocks. I don't want to get hung up on oyster shells. I don't want to get hung up in general. So I ride it hook up. And to me, that's what works the best. So I hope it's helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll catch you on the water.